So, how are we doing with these 6 preliminary articles? Does the world seem to want peace? Doesn't seem like it. Um, oh, here we go. Number 6. No nation at war with another shall permit such acts of war as shall make mutual trust impossible during some future time of peace. Such acts include the use of assassins, poisoners, breach of surrender, instigation of treason in the opposing nation, etc. And we just talked about that. I mean, CIA interference in the internal affairs of other nations. The very existence of the CIA is a violation of this preliminary article. All of these things Kant calls dishonorable stratagems, which is a great phrase. Uh, and these dishonorable stratagems lead to a war of extermination, which would permit perpetual peace to occur only in the vast graveyard of humanity as a whole. So again, there's JFK's peace of the grave. That's not what we want. We want a real living peace, a peace for, you know, humanity as it exists now in the world, alive and kicking, not dead. So these dishonorable stratagems must be absolutely prohibited, says Kant, because such activities will also carry over to peacetime and will thus undermine it. And of course, that's exactly what happened. You know, the Office of Special, the OSS, what is it? Office of Special Services, which was the forerunner of the CIA. You know, that was founded during World War II, and they engaged in all of these dishonorable stratagems, and then it never went away. It did carry over to peacetime, and thus has undermined peace absolutely since that very time to the present day. Here's a picture. Those of you watching can see it's this person who seems to be straining at his stool is Pompeo Maximus, the villainous Mike Pompeo, who openly admitted, we lied, we cheated, we stole. Former CIA guy, and then worked his way into the Trump administration and, you know, convinced Trump to, well, first he tried to convince him to assassinate Julian Assange. That didn't happen, fortunately, but he did succeed at assassinating this figure here, Qasem Soleimani, um, the number 2 guy in Iran. Foolish, outrageous, criminal, a war crime. Fortunately, that didn't lead to a war with Iran, but certainly didn't help matters. And of course, there's a long history of this. We referred before to uh, William Bloom's book, which catalogs all of these, coups and attempts to overthrow other governments, but also the long list of assassinations. Soleimani is one of the more recent examples, but you can go back to, well, they tried to assassinate Castro. Of course, they assassinated Patrice Lumumba in, I want to say, 1960. It was like, or maybe it was early 61. It was just before Kennedy came into office. Allen Dulles and his band of criminals knew that JFK was sympathetic to Lumumba and was supportive of, African nationalist movements. So they made sure to kill Lumumba before Kennedy took power. And those of you watching can see this is a fantastic hat that he's wearing. Leopard skin pillbox hat with some kind of feather. That is amazing. I would love to have a hat like that. But yeah, one of the many examples of foreign leaders couped, undermined, assassinated by the U.S.